going? With Jonathan Bay Area Throwbacks. Baseball season has begun. The Giants are 8-1. They're first place in the NL West as of today. Obviously, it's very early in the season, but they're off to a surprise start that I don't think anyone expected, not even Giants fans. Today's April 7th when I'm filming this. I just came back from the Bay Area last night, which was Sunday, April 6th, and I went to the game on April 5th, Saturday. The Giants won 4-1. It was Matt Chapman bobblehead day for his Gold Glove, so I got that. I also got a ball in BP, so that was cool. On the way back, I stopped in Fresno, went to a Fresno Grizzlies Stockton Ports game in Fresno, and randomly saw a no-hitter by the Stockton Ports, so that was cool. So anyways, today I'm going to go through all of my San Francisco Giants hats that I have. And yeah, let's just get to it. So a lot of them would just be literally Giants hats with no patches, just from different time periods. So there's that, and then a lot of them will have different patches and different colors as well, depending on what the hat's for. So also, they're all on-field hats. I don't get hats that are not on field, so there's that. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna start with this one. This is from the year 2000, and it has the inaugural year patch. From what I know, they only wore this the first game ever at that time Pac Bell Park, which is now Oracle Park. So I love that patch. I know they wore it at least the first game, which was April 11th of 2000, and I don't think they ever wore it after that, because that's the only game that I see any footage or pictures of where they wore that. So there you go, right there. All right, next we got my first heartbreak that I can remember when it comes to sports, and that is the 2002 World Series against the Angels. This is not a remake of the hat. This is the actual hat from 2002, as you can see by the tagging. So there you go, 2002 World Series hat, which they unfortunately lost in 7 games. Next, we got an All-Star hat. This is the All-Star hat from 2014. So there's the patch that was in Minnesota. This is the hat that they wore in the game. Got the stars in the back. There you go. Right there. And then we got from 2014, same year, this is the playoff hat. So this is the postseason hat worn that they wore throughout those playoffs, beside the World Series, of course, where they had a different patch. So there you go, 2014 postseason hat. All right, next we got this one is just a basic Giants hat, but this is a 2002 to 2005 era. So you can see the tagging on the inside, 2002 to 2005 era hat. This is back when they were all made in USA, when it was also wool. So you can see the patch right there, the tag right there. And no new era sign on the side, which is how it should have been, should be, and should still be, but unfortunately it's not. Next we got another basic Giants hat. This is a 1998 to 2000 hat. So there's the patch or the tags on the inside right there. Dirty hat, but it's 25 plus years old, so what do you expect? There we go. All right, next we got, this one's a little different because if you notice, the SF is not raised. So there we go. And this one has this, which means it was sold because it was something a little bit off about it, but can't even tell. And this is a 1994 to 1995 hat, which is the first years that they wore this SF, when they switched over from the more rounded SF. So there you go. Next, we got another basic Giants hat. This is 2012 to 16 era though, so you start seeing the black underbrim, and there's the tagging. You got the fly your own flag right there. Next, we got a 1-year spring training batting practice hat, which is the 1999. It has the mesh that they wore on the hats from 1999 to 2002. In 99, they kept the SF on the hats for batting practice and spring training before they moved to the G, which you'll see eventually. Yeah, eventually you'll see that. Here's the tagging. And the only difference between this, beside the material and the regular hats at the time, were they had the black underbill, and you actually have a black button on top opposed to orange, which was how they wore it. They had an orange button on top on the game hats, and then on the spring training batting practice, they had a black one. Next, we got a batting practice hat from last year, 2024. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty positive it's still wearing the same ones this year. So I like it. It's a little different. I wouldn't really want this to be a game hat. It's a little too much. But as a batting practice, I do like it. Kind of paying homage to the 80s Giants. Yeah, like the 80s style. Early 90s. There you go. So there you go. This is 2024 BP hat when I got it, and still worn in 2025. So there you go. Next, we got a patch. We got a 2012 World Series hat where the Giants did sweep the Tigers. This is a made in USA. You will find hats from back then up until today that are not made in USA if they're retails, but this was a retail that was made in USA, which means it was just made better, honestly. They just are. If you see the ones that are made in other countries, they're just not made as well. They fit weird, or they don't fit as comfortable. So 2012 World Series. Next, we got a 2010 World Series hat. Right there. Again, this is also a retail you see the cool base right there. And this was also a made in USA hat. Yep, made in USA. And by this point, they were not wool anymore. It's polyester. I forgot the year that they switched over, but earlier 2000s, they were wool. All right, next we have this is a team issued hat from 2024. They wore the same patch for Jackie Robinson Day in 23 and 24. This is game used by Alex Berg, who was the, I don't know if he still is, but the bullpen catcher for the Giants. Honestly, you can get team issued hats for cheaper than the retail, and these ones are made in USA. Now, nowadays, they do use materials from other imported materials, but made in USA. And when you compare them to the retail authentics, you can still tell the difference with the logo, or the team logo looks better, cleaner, and they just still fit better. So there we go. Game used, bullpen catcher, Jackie Robinson Day. There we go. Game used, it's in good condition still. It's pretty much perfect condition. All right, next we got the old school SF right there. You got no Batterman logo. This is a 1984 to 1987 era San Francisco Giants hat. So you can see the tagging on the inside. Again, dirty, but you're talking about a hat that's older than me. Batterman logo, new era, size. No Batterman logo. Batterman on the inside. There you go. Got the rounded SF right there. Bill's a little rough, but it's not too bad. I just think you can tell it's a little messed up here, but it's all good. We got another rounded SF. This one though is 1993. This does have the Batterman logo. This is the last year that they wore this SF before moving to the one that they still use today. So there you go. Here's our tagging on the inside. 1993, Batterman logo. There you go. Next, we got an All-Star Game hat. Now, this one isn't the one that was worn in the game. This was one for BP, Home Run Derby, and all the events. And this was 2023, which was in Seattle. Yeah, Seattle. So you got the SF, you got the star, you got that side patch with the little design. Batterman logo. They used the gray undervisor right there. This was made in Vietnam, but from what I found out, the players for that game were also made in Vietnam. So this would be just what the players had on the, what they wore. Next, we got what was worn with this jersey, matter of fact, and this is a 2000 to 2002 style batting practice and spring training hat. So just like the 99 one I showed, it's that mesh material, but this is the G they wore from 2000. They actually wore this past 2002, but in this style hat, 2000 to 2002. And I wish they'd bring this logo back for BP or spring training or something. It would be nice. So here's the inside. There you go. I actually have 2 of these hats. I'm not going to show the other one, but I do have 2 of these. All right, next we got a game used Anderson Franco 2019 alternate hat. He played a few games in the major leagues, so it's pretty much feels brand new, but it is game used. You got Franco 75 on the inside. There you go, alternate with the orange bill. Made in USA, so fits great. And yep, imported materials, but either way, fits great, better than the retail. Next, we got a spring training hat. So you got that nice 2016 Arizona patch on the side. This is the 2016 spring training hat. You can see there's the NL logo right there. Batterman. And on the inside, you have some cool, just cool stuff there. Arizona, Florida, 2016 spring training. So there you go. Next, one of my favorite styles. They wore this in 2001 and 2002. 2001 and 2001 they wore it home and away as a Friday night hat with their Friday night jerseys. And then in 2002 only on the road Friday nights because they got rid of the Friday night black jersey in 2002 for home. They only wore the road one. So there we go. The black with the orange outline, black button on top. Black underbill, which only certain hats had black underbills back then, or undervisors, that major leaguers wore, and this was one of them. And that's throughout the whole MLB. Yeah, so this is a 2-year hat, Friday night hat, alternate. I love this hat. Yeah, one of my favorites. Reminds me of when I was a kid. I started watching 2001, so I love these hats and the jerseys that went with them. Next, we got a game used 2020 spring training hat, and this is Darren Ruff. You can see the 33 on the inside. Game used, but still, no, it's actually team issued. This is a team issue. Yeah. So you got the SF in the front with the bridge in the back, Golden Gate Bridge. You got that Golden Gate Bridge patch here that they wore on the black jerseys. They still wear there. Here's your 2020 Arizona on the back around the Batterman logo. Nice addition right there. And then on the inside, you got Russ number 33. So this was COVID year. They did start spring training before everything got canceled. And then when everything was paused for a while and they came back, but they did wear these in spring training before everything got shut down. And I think when they came back, I think they had a kind of like a mini spring training, if I'm not mistaken, but like on their own. It was more of a practice, I think, and they wore these, if I'm not mistaken. But they definitely did wear these before the lockdown. So 2020 spring training, team issued, Darren Ruff. All right, next we got this is just a basic Giants hat. This is a team issued from 2022, and it's Luis Gonzalez, not the one who played on the Diamondbacks back in the day, but he played on the Giants a few years ago. I liked him. I don't know, he's an outfielder, even pitched a little bit. I liked him. I don't know what. I just checked, and he's I think he's like independent league or it might be minor leagues. I don't know, but anyways, this is a team issued hat. You can get these team issued ones a lot of times, just the blank ones or the basic ones, like for cheaper than the retail ones, and they're better. They're made in USA. They fit better. They look better. The SF is better, so it's very easy to go for that. So there you go, just basic team issue 2022. It fits amazing compared to the stupid stuff they have in the retail stores that New Era does now. They're trash retail hats. All right. Next, this one is my only one that's orange, and this is from last year, the 2024 spring training hats. They wore the same hats this year for spring training, but obviously it's a different patch here. It says 25 and it says AZ on it. So there you go. I didn't like these until I saw it in person, and I was like, I kind of actually like this. So I bought this at the stadium. This is a Justin Veely game used hat, who was one of the hitting coaches. So this is his from last year. I think it's Justin Veely's how you say it. You can see the JV 66. And I have this. It came off, but you can see I have the hologram right there that came off of here. So I just put it in there. There you go. I really like the patch there with the cactus. They had a few of these hats at the game used store, a few game used ones, but this was the one that was the least, dirty, the cleanest one. So since I'm wearing it, I don't want it super dirty. Next, we got another team issued hat. This is 2021 St. Patrick's Day hat. So in spring training for St. Patrick's Day, they wore these in 2021 for that one day. They did wear these hats. This is just a team issued one. They had a bunch of them for sale at the Game Used store, so I bought it. You see on the Batterman, you got the 3-leaf clover instead of the baseball. Got the Golden Gate Bridge in green. Same thing here. And yeah, green underbill, so all green. Again, team issued, so no player in specific, just issued to the team. There you go. Next we have this is just a retail hat. So this was made in Laos. And this is the 2023 Armed Forces Day hats. So you got the black SF. The team did wear these with the flag in the back. You got a beautiful patch right there, our nation's finest. There you go. There you go. And there you go. So again, this is a retail. This isn't issued. So this is made in Laos. It actually fits well. It's not, this one was actually made okay. Sometimes the one game style hats or one weekend, even for the players, won't be made in USA. So I don't know if the players were made in USA or not, probably, but I don't know. But either way, there you go. Next, we have another retail I bought at the Giants dugout store at the stadium, the big one that is open even not during games. And this was the 2021 4th of July hat. Now, this was supposed to be for 2020, but because of COVID, it got pushed to 2021. So technically on the sticker, it was 2020, but it was worn in 2021 as the 4th of July. So there you go, SF. You got the flag on the inside, SF USA. Flag on the inside of the Batterman. And yeah, that's really it. So this is, again, retail. This is made in Bangladesh. So there you go. It fits well too, honestly. So sometimes the ones from out of country aren't too bad, but sometimes they're just horrible. Especially lately, they've been even worse. Another retail. This is a 2015 4th of July. So you got the blue, you got the flag on the front two panels with the SF with the red and blue outlining. So there you go. You got a star as the baseball. Yeah, so this is a 2015 4th of July. This was made in China. This is a made in China. Fits well, so there we go. All right, two more. This one is from 2010 World Series. This is the alternate hat. Now, sometimes they'll release alternate hats to retail from the World Series and stuff that they didn't actually wear in the World Series. They did wear this one. I think it might have been Game 4. I know Bumgarner, I'm pretty sure, pitched the game where they wore these in that World Series, and it was in Texas. I think it was Game 4, if I'm not mistaken. So there you go. But this is an example of one where it was retail, not made in USA, and it's just, even the sound of it, it's like crunchy. It's made in China. It hurts almost in the front when you wear it. It's like, it's just not smooth and fits well. So this is one I really barely wear. Just doesn't feel that great. This is like I said, made in China. So this is an example of a non-made in USA that just is not that well. The SF on the front's not bad. If you look at the SFs now, the retails, they're like fat. The SF's fatter than these. So this one they actually made the SF nice, but just doesn't fit as nice. The bill's weird. So yeah, this is the last one I got. This is also a retail that's out of country. This is made in China again. This is from the 2023 MLB World Tour, the Mexico City series, where the Giants did not play well against San Diego. And this one is also not made well. It fits kind of weird. It's big up top. The SF is SF's not that bad on it. I really like the patch, but I had a coupon and credit from Fanatics, and it was about to run out or something, so I bought it. So I got it for cheap, but again, it doesn't feel the same as the made in USA ones. So, but there you go. So that's my last Giants hat. Those are my Giants hats I got. Solid season. I'm excited to go to more games. Probably be at a good amount of games this summer. And yeah, that's really it. So thank you for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you're not already. My hair looks crazy because I'm growing it out. That's it. Have a good day. Peace.